Myself, Dr. Vaibhavi Patil. No, I'm MSc, MPhil, MEd and PhD completed. Joined to SVKT College, Deolali camp. And today's lecture on the influences. It is a NEP 2020 FYBSc Botany, semester 2nd, credit number 1st, and topic on 5th topic of influences. Let us start to today's lecture on influences. See student, in last lecture you have to see the all parts of the leaf, then the types of the leaves. These are simple leaf, compound leaf, and the difference between the both leaves. And next you have to see the special type of the leaves. These are the tendrils, leaf tendrils, spine leaves, then the scaly leaves and the trap leaves. These are the special characteristics of the leaf, and that's why these all types of the leaf, it is known as the modified leaf or special type of leaf. And next you have to see the function of leaf. You know, the function is very important on a role of making food material, because with the help of the chlorophyll pigment, photosynthesis just takes place and to prepare the own food, and that's it is called as the autotropous function of all the green plants. Then next, and today's lecture on the influences. Today you have to see first the introduce the influences, then the types of the influences, then the special type of influences, and to give the question and answers, and last one is the summary. Let us start to learning object on influences, to introduce whole what is mean by influences, define influences or the definition of influences, then introduce all types of the influences, and last one you have to understand what is the special or the special modifications of the influences. Then let us start to influences. See student, all these are the bunch or the cluster of flower are developed on a floral axis. It is not a all axis but the special type of the axis, and apical region of the special floral axis to arise the all types of the flowers. This is the cluster. Some are cluster, some are the one, some are the both. The various type of the arrangement are developed on a floral axis of the plant, and you have to see first the definition of influences. In a plant, the flowers may grow either as a single as well as a group on a floral axis. Then the definition, you have to make the definition. The influences, it is the mode of arrangement, means what the all flowers are arranged on a floral axis in the single, double, many, clusters, some like balls, and the various types of the arrangement is present on a floral axis, and this arrangement, it is known as the inflorescence. Okay, is it clear? And then next you have to see the inflorescence having a two types. Why it is two types? Because the floral axis, the arrangement of the flower, it is a very differ. Some flowers are arranged younger are apex side, and some are the older at the apex side, and that's why the types is arise, and these arising types, these are the two types, main two types of the influences. First one is the racemose type of the influences, and the second one is the cymose type of the influences. Then see one by one point to influence it. What is the influences and why the two types are arising on the influences? First one is the racemose. In case of the racemose, these are the main axis of the growns indefinitely. See student, here the in a floral axis or the on a floral axis, the flower are arranged, but the axis is unlimited. It is not limited, it is not draft, it is not ended, but it is unlimited, and this the indefinitely giving rise to the younger flowers in and acropetal order or the acropetal succession. Why it is the acropetal? What is mean by acropetal? Acro means what? This the acropetal succession or the arrangement of the acropetal order in a floral axis means what? The younger flowers are arise in a basal, in a apex side, sorry, it is a apex side, and older flowers are arranged in a basal sides. Means what? This type of arrangement of the flower, it is known as the acropetal succession. I am repeat again. Acropetal succession means what? The older flowers are set in a basal side, and the younger flower or the buds of the flowers are arranged in a apex side or the above side of the floral axis. And this type of the arrangement of the flower, it is known as the acropetal succession or the acropetal order in a flower on floral axis. Okay, then next type, it is a cymos. It is in a racemose means what? The all older flowers are arranged in a basal side of the floral axis, and the bud condition and the younger flower are arranged in a apex or the above side. Okay, and this type of the inflorescences arranged on a floral axis, it is known as a racemose type of inflorescences. Is it clear? Then second type, it is a cymose type of the inflorescences. In a cymose type of the inflorescences, the floral arranged in a basipetal succession. Means what? The scenario is exactly opposite in a cymose type of the inflorescences. See, the apical bud is a floral. The younger flowers are born below. Means what? The buds or the younger flowers are born in a below, and this type of the inflorescences, it is known as the basipetal succession, basipetal manner or the basipetal in a order. Means what exactly? The racemose is exactly opposite to the cymose inflorescences, and that's why these are the main two types of the inflorescences is takes place in the scenario of flower arranged or the floral axis. Okay, in a floral axis, in a cymose type, these are the limited because the younger are the below inside and older flowers are arranged in a apical sides. That's why the branches or the branch of the floral axis is a limited in growth. Okay, in a racemose there is a unlimited, but in a cymose it is a limited because the older flower are arranged in a apical side, and this apical side, and this type of the arrangement of the flower on a floral axis, it is known as a cymose type of inflorescences. Is it clear? Then next and last type of the inflorescences, it is known as a spatial type of inflorescences. Why it is spatial? Because the arrangement is a different. It is not common. It is the flower are arranged on a floral axis, no doubt, but here the arrangement is very different compared to the racemose and the cymose, and that's why this type of the inflorescences, it is known as the spatial type of the inflorescences, or also it is called as the modifications of inflorescences. Okay, you have to see in today's lecture one by one. First, you have to see first the difference between the cymose and the racemose type of the inflorescences. In a racemose, these are the diagram. So you have to see in a diagram of the racemose influences. In picture of the racemose, you see the older flowers are arranged in a basal sides, and branch are the unlimited in growth in a picture. See student, this is the lavender color and the pinkish white color, all these are the floral axis is a unlimited growth, and the older flower are arranged in a basal side, and the buds are arranged in a apex side. In both pictures you have to see these clearly show the racemose type of influences. Then next, here we have to see in this picture, these are the older flower are arranged in a apical side. You see the nerium plant, Kanehr plant, it is a very common. It is a type of the cymose type of the inflorescences. In a cymose type of inflorescences, these flowers are arranged in a apical region. Means what? This means what? The older flowers are arranged in a apical side, and the younger and the buds are arranged in a basal side. It exactly arranged the cymose and racemose. The picture is clearly seen. The buds are seen in a basal sides and the older flowers are arise on a apical side or the above side of the floral axis. Okay, is it clear? In a picture of these flowers clearly seen what is the racemose type of the inflorescence and what is the cymose type of the inflorescence. Okay, then let you have to see the difference between the both cymose as well as the racemose. See student, the difference is very important exam point of view. It is a compulsory question. Compulsory means what? It is a very easy to understand difference between the cymose and racemose, and that's why the examiner it is interested to ask this type of the questions. First one is the racemose type of the inflorescence and second one is the cymose type of the inflorescence. Let us see the first difference between the cymose type of the inflorescence. First difference is the main axis of unlimited growth. In last topic, last slide, you have to see the unlimited growth. The floral axis, it is unlimited. It is not limited. Means what? The axis is too much arising. The floral axis means what? This the growth of these floral axis of the inflorescences is a unlimited growth on a floral axis in the type of the racemose type of the inflorescences. And second one is the cymose. The difference between the main axis is a limited growth. Means what? It is a drought, or the limited means what? It is not, because the younger flowers are arranged in a basal side and the older, then the growth is sufficient, well sufficient, and this the stop the growth and the floral axis are arise. The flowers are arise on a floral axis, and that's why this is the cymose type of the inflorescences. The limited growth is seen. Okay, then the second difference between the flowers arranged in and the acropetal succession means what? The older flowers are arranged in a basal and the younger buds or the younger flowers are arranged in a apical side. It is known as the acropetal succession. It is also called the acropetal manner. Also it is called the acropetal order. Okay, then next the flower arranged, the difference between the cymose type of the inflorescences, the flower arranged in a basipetal succession means what? Exactly opposite to the racemose means what? The older flowers of a floral axis, on a floral axis, the older flowers are arranged in a apical zone or the apical region, and the younger one or the buds are arranged in a basal sides. And this type of the arrangement of the flower, it is known as the basipetal succession. Also it is called the basipetal manner, and also it is called as the basipetal order. Okay, then next and third difference between the racemose and cymose, it is the opening of the flower is a centripetal. In the type of the racemose flower, some flowers are in a circle, or it is for example sunflower. These are also the racemose type of the flowers means what? The older flowers are arranged in a centripetal means what? The peripheral side of the sunflower, the all older flowers are arranged in a peripheral region, and in a central region there are the younger or the buds are present, and that's why this the arrangement of the flower, it is known as the centripetal succession or the centripetal opening of the flower. Okay, and the centrifugal means what? Exactly opposite. The younger flowers are arranged in a periphery, and the central there are the older flower, and that's why it is this situation or the arrangement of the floral axis, it is known as the centrifugal type of the floral arrangement, and this type it is known as the cymose type of the inflorescences. And last one, the difference between the racemose and cymose, it is usually the older flower at the base of the inflorescence axis, and in exact opposite cymose, usually the oldest flowers at the top or the above side of the apex side of the floral axis in case of the inflorescence. These are the four difference between the racemose and cymose, and it is very easy to understand what is the acropetal succession, what is the basipetal succession, what is the centrifugal, centripetal, and all these are the arrangement of the flowers. Mainly two types. First one is the racemose and the cymose. Okay, then let us see the next type of the inflorescence. It is the spatial type of the inflorescence. In a spatial type of the inflorescence, why it is special? Because the spatial type of the inflorescence strictly neither racemose or nor cymose, and that's why it is separated from the inflorescence, and in a separation, that's why it is called as the spatial or the modified inflorescence. At the same time, they have the modified form three types of the inflorescence, and these three types, first one is the hypanthodium. First one is the hypanthodium, second one is the verticillester, and last one is the cythium. You have to see one by one. First start from the cythium type of the inflorescence. Why it is the cythium type of the inflorescence? It is a spatial and the modified type of the inflorescence. It is arise the family, particular the Euphorbacea, and these Euphorbacea plants having a inflorescence, it is a cythium. What is the exactly arrangement of the flower? You have to see with the diagram. You have to see one by one part of the cythium. First, it contain a cup shaped. The inflorescence means what the floral arrangement, it is a look like the cup shaped involucre. It is provided with a nectar secreting gland. It is a different type. All the flowers, you know, all the flowers having the androecium, gynoecium, all these are the parts, the reproductive part or the non-reproductive parts means the calyx and corolla. But here the one more differentiated character is present in a cythium. It is known as it is a secreting gland for the pollination, for the attraction of the insects, and that's why the secreting glands are present in a cythium type of the inflorescence, and it is the special type or the special peculiar characteristics of the cythium. A female flower is enclosed within the involucre. In a diagram, you have to see in a diagram, these are the spatial. In a green flower, these are the petal-like arrangement is there backside of the floral inflorescence. The most one of the largest, the female flower is present. It is a dark radation color, and this the female flower are comparatively larger than the male flower, and these are the all the surrounding of this female flower. There are all the male flowers are present, and there are the so many numbers. These the not only one, but the female flower, it is a number, the only one number of female flower, and the periphery, these are the male flowers are also arranged in cythium type of the inflorescence, and peculiar character is the nectar secreting gland is present in a cythium type of the inflorescence. See student, in inflorescence of the cythium is particular present in a Euphorbia. The which family? Euphorbacea family. See in is clearly seen in Euphorbia corollata. This the Euphorbia is genus, and the genus of the species is a corollata. It is a species. And then in a diagram, you have to see the clearly seen the male flower and the female flower. It is the top or the large growth or the you have to see the properly seen this female flower. It is the apex side and the below side of the female flower. These are the so many the male flowers are arranged, and at the basal sides the nectar glands, green in color, nectar glands are present in a basal side of the Euphorbia corollata. It is a clearly seen. Also in next picture, you have to see the flower arrangement of the clearly seen the this the female flower and the tiles of the female flowers, then the ovary arrangement and the pedicelated. Pedicelated means what? These are the particular like the arrangement on flower arrangement. These are the strand with the help of the pedicle. These are the pedicle, then the ovary and the tiles of the female flower are clearly seen in this diagram. And also the stamen in second diagram, in right side there are the stamen, then the pedicelated of the male flower is properly developed. This is the female flower, then below side of the male female flower the male flower are arranged, and this the also pedicelated, and then the nectars means what? The glands, secreting glands are also present on the below sides of the male and female flower. This is the arrangement of the Cythium type of the inflorescences of the particular which family? These are the Euphorbiaceae, present in a Cythium type of special or the modified type of the inflorescences. Okay, then next inflorescences, it is known as the verticillester type of the inflorescences. It is very unique. Why it is unique? Because the arrangement of the flower is very different compared to the other inflorescences, and that's why it is a special type of the inflorescences. It is known as the verticillester type of the inflorescences. In a verticillester type of the inflorescences means what exactly? The condensed form of diachial cyme means what? In a single floral axis are arranged the flower with the help of the diachial means what? One, the nodal region there arranged the sessile as well as the subsessile type of the flowers are arranged in a nodal region of both sides, and that's why it is known as the diachial cyme type of the inflorescences. It is special. You know all student, the ocimum, this is a common name is the tulsi. Tulsi is a best example of the verticillester type of the inflorescences, and this the condensed from the diachial cyme with a cluster of sessile as well as some types of the verticillester. These are the subsessile flowers are arranged, and the best example is the ocimum, leucus and the leonotis. It is a good example of the verticillester type of the inflorescences, and it is very common. You have to see always the tulsi plant, and this tulsi plant, it is a botanical name is the ocimum, and this the special type of the inflorescences is present in a verticillester type of the inflorescences. Then next you have to see the all these are the pictures are present in a verticillester type of the inflorescences, and last one, the special type of the inflorescences is the hypanthodium. In a hypanthodium type of the inflorescence, it is also the special because these are the present on a ficus plant, you know the ficus plant, and a fig, you know fig means it is a common name or the Marathi name is the anjir. These are the hypanthodium type, good example of the hypanthodium type of the inflorescences. See student, why it is the hypanthodium? Because of the receptacle forms. These are the receptacle forms. A hollow cavity has a cup shaped. The all types of the flowers are arranged in a inside of curve shape of the inflorescences. Means what exactly? These are the these are the cup shaped. First thing, cup shaped, and all flowers are arranged inside of this cup shaped receptacle, and that's why these are the special type. In a hypanthodium, the three types of the flowers are arranged. These are the first one is the male flower, then the female flower, and also it is also present the gall flower, also it is called as the sterile flowers. These are the three types of the flowers, or the three types of the flowers are arranged inside the cup of the receptacle, and that's why these are the hollow cavity. Means what? In a hollow cavity, inside the hollow cavity these are the present, and these the apical opening protected by the scales, and these are arranged of the flower, the upper or the tapering region. These are the picture. The first one is the diagram is there. The apical opening of this cup cavity, it is known as the opening. It is called as the ostiole. It is known as the ostiole. It is the opening for the all the cavity opening, and this the opening, it is known as the ostiole. Then the apical side or the base ostiole, near the ostiole the male flower are arranged, and middle side there are the gall or the sterile flowers are arranged, and the basal side there are the female flowers are arranged in a hypanthodium type of the inflorescences, and this the basal bract is there. Arranged this flower arrangement on a bract, and this the whole structure, and these are the ficus tree. These are the arrangement of the flower arrangement. It is look like fruit, but it is not the fruit, but it is inside of this fruit like structure. Inside the male, female, and the sterile or the gall type of the flowers are arranged in a inside cup size of the inflorescences. In this figure, it is very clearly seen the male flower, the apical region of the ostiole, the basal side of the osticle, and the inflorescences, the apical side or the apex side, it is known as the male flower are arranged. They are separated in a diagram. This is the arrangement of the male flower, and a middle one. And the middle side, there are the sterile flowers are arranged. There is no seen the pollen grain like structure or the stigma like structure. There are the sterile. That's why these are only the arrangement is there. And this type of the flower, it is known as the sterile flower. And the basal side of the hypanthodium type of the inflorescences, there are the female flowers are arranged in a basal side, and these three types of the flowers are arranged enclosed in a fruit like structure of cup shaped closed arrangement is arise inside of the hypanthodium type of inflorescences. The good example is banyan tree, also the fig, ficus, one of the same. These are example of these three types of the special type of inflorescences. Then let us see, you have to see the difference between the what is the Cythium, verticillester, hypanthodium. These are the three, but the difference is also present one by one characteristics here. The first, the Cythium, these are the cupular structure is developed by an inocular, and these are the bracts, and there is a single female flower in the central. In a diagram, you have to see the Cythium type of the inflorescences. The only single female flower is arranged, and these are centrally and surrounded by the numerous number of the male flowers, and each flower is recepted by the single stamen. The male flower, the present the Cythium type of the inflorescences. The good example is the Euphorbia, belongs to the family Euphorbiaceae. Okay, then the verticillester, here this is a special type of the cymose inflorescence. It consists of the two clusters of the flowers that develop from each of the two opposite axes of the leaves, and each cluster represent a dichasal cyme, and the flowers are the sessile as well. The subsessile appears as a cluster around the nodal region of the floral axils. Means what? It is a dichasals, means what? Two sides of the nodal regions there, the flowers are arranged, and that's why this position of the flower, it is known as the dichasal. And the good example is the Ocimum, and the Salvia is a good example of the verticillester type of the inflorescences. Then next one and the last one is the Hypanthodium. The main axis develop in a cupular, means what? A cup-shaped structure, cup-shaped receptacle structure is present, and inside of the receptacles, these are the flowers are arranged. The apical opening, it is the apex side, the male flower, and the basal side there, that the female flower and the middle area of the receptacle, it is a gall or the sterile types of the flowers are arranged, and example is the ficus, fig is a good example of the hypanthodium. In this way, this the difference between the three special or the modified inflorescences. It is first one is the cythium, then the verticilliaster and the hypanthodium. Then in today's lecture, you have to see one by one all these are the all in a plant. Flowers may grow either as well as a single flower or the groups of the or the cluster of the flowers, and then the next in inflorescences is defined as the arrangement of the flower or the mode of arrangement of flower on a floral axil. It is known as the inflorescences. And then next you have to see in today's lecture that there are the main two types. First one is the racemose type of inflorescences, and next one is the cymose. Second one is the cymose type of the inflorescences. And next you have to see last topic, it is a special type or the modification type of the inflorescences. These are the three types of the special type of the modifications. First one is the hypanthodium, then the verticilliaster, and last one is the cythium. In this way this topic is completed. Okay, thank you.